Comparison literally makes no sense. You will never compare yourself to anybody again after this video, or you'll do it a lot less. Let's take the analogy of a gym, right? Two people go to the gym Monday through Friday for an hour. They work out for the same amount of time. They burn the same amount of calories. They do the same amount of sets and repetitions. However, one person prioritizes glutes and the other person prioritizes upper body. They're both working very hard. However, one day the person who prioritizes glutes looks at the person who prioritizes arms and says, why aren't my arms defined as that person? Why aren't my biceps growing that much? The answer is pretty clear, right? They're in the gym. They're both working hard, but they are prioritizing different muscle groups. So obviously their results will be different because they have a different goal. So success looks differently for each of those individuals. So even though you're doing the same repetitions, you're making the same amount of effort, results may vary, and the time frame in which you see those results will also vary. Somebody who is working out a muscle group that is buried under a layer of fat will probably not see results as quickly as somebody who's working out a muscle group that isn't buried under a layer of fat. So you're feeling distraught, you want to give up, you don't want to go to the gym anymore, but you're not working out the same muscle groups. You're not in the same lane as that person. This is what comparison does to us in real life. Let's say you want to get married, right? And everybody around you is getting married, having kids, and you're like, why isn't it happening for me? I am behind in life. Whole time you're not even prioritizing dating. You're prioritizing your studies, you're prioritizing working on a business. You are not putting in the repetitions for that specific goal. So it makes no sense for you to compare yourself to that person. You may have a desire to become a business mogul or to be a serial entrepreneur like myself. It makes no sense for you to compare yourself to somebody who just finished, let's say, their PhD, and now they're walking into a high-paying 6-figure job because of that PhD. So now you feel left behind because your business hasn't taken off yet, and everybody is like moving forward and you're not. You're literally in a different field. You're literally in a different lane. So success for you will look differently, and you comparing yourself to that person who's doing something completely different from you will only do one thing: make you sad. As they say, comparison is a thief of joy, and it will stress you out. And even when you see somebody who's in your lane, quote unquote, doing the same thing that you want to do, and they're achieving the success that you want to see in your life, if you just show up every day and put in the reps, that success will be inevitable. Wake up every day and put in the reps. And even if somebody's life looks so similar to yours, it is not. No two people on this earth are living the same lives. Everybody has a different reality. So you are never playing in somebody else's lane. You are playing in your own lane. And yes, success leaves clues. Yes, you can see somebody achieving something and aspire to be like them and know that it is possible for you as well. And all you have to do is put in the reps. So now every day I wake up and I have this thing I say to myself. I say, thank you, Lord, for another day that I wake up and I get to put in the reps. When you don't sit down and take time to define what your goals are and what success looks for you, that is when you get so frustrated with everything around you. You are trying to build a multi-million-dollar business, but you are discouraged because you didn't get, I don't know, like a brand deal or something, right? I'll give myself for an example. I have been a content creator for 4 years now, right? Predominantly on TikTok, and I've seen countless influencers go on like brand trips and all of these things. Sometimes comparison can creep in where it's like, am I not good enough for brands to invite me out? I want to be like this lifestyle creator, whatever, all of these things. Knowing that my goal, my end game is different. I do not want to be another influencer. I want to be the brand who's inviting influencers on my brand trip as I'm building my skincare brand, Derm Intellect. So when I have that end goal and that vision in my mind, I will not get distracted by whichever brand is taking influencers on brand trips and all these things, because yes, while those things are nice, I have a different version of success. So I will not compare myself to them. I'm playing in a different lane, a category of an authoritative voice in my industry. That is who I want to be. And it may take longer for me to get there because that is not built off of virality. It is built off of connection. It's built off of creating trust with people who will find you as a reputable source. One of the persons I really look up to is Emma Grede. I just love Emma Grede. I love her attitude, her energy, all of these things. And I love what she has built. I also love her story. She is somebody who I look at and be like, okay, that could be an example of my end goal. And if she did it, I can do it too. And all I have to do every day is get up and put in the reps. I may want 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Somebody else somewhere has done it before. I am no different. All I have to do is wake up and put in the reps. Because the moment you sit there analyzing somebody else's life, not from a place of observing the clues and the strategies that you can implement, but from a place of saying, man, I am so far behind. I have nothing going on for me. You are losing time to put in the reps. This video I'm making right now is me putting in the reps because I have a goal for my YouTube. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's lock in. Let's finally lock in. I may not have the best strategy. I may not have the best setup or whatever, but let's lock in this year and produce a video every week. Sometimes if I can, 2 times a week, whatever I'm feeling, let's do it. Because the end goal for me is to see that silver plaque first check, okay? Then we get to the other ones. So I'm not gonna sit up here and be cringed out by me making this video or sit up here and succumb to my fear of being seen or getting only 5 views or whatever. I don't care. Like, I'm at the point now where it's like, I don't care. I am going to do everything. I'm laying everything on the table. I am not leaving anything to chance. I'm taking all the bets I want to take on myself. And I know I can do it because there are other people like me who have done it before. There are people who are less talented than you, who are not as smart as you, not as qualified as you, and they're doing bigger things than what you're doing because they don't allow themselves to be controlled by self-doubt. Even when the comparison creeps in, they're able to say, you know, okay, focus, shift. The art of focus is not eliminating distractions, because I believe that in life there will always be something to distract you. But the art of focus is knowing that even though there are distractions, you can recenter your attention on what needs to be done. So even though there's a lot of noise around you, it's not to say, okay, eliminate all noise from me. It is to say, okay, even though there's noise around me, let's refocus. This is what I'm doing. Even though there's somebody talking crap about somebody else, let's refocus. This is what I'm doing. Even those people look like they are progressing in life and I'm taking forever, let's refocus because this is what I'm doing. That is the art of focus. And that's a whole other video. Until you sit down and take some time with yourself, identify your goals, identify what success looks like to you, not what success looks like to society, to your parents, the people in your industry. What does it look like to you? Until you sit down with a pen and paper and identify that, you will always fall prey to comparison. Not in an inspirational way, but in a way that is detrimental to your future. So that's it. This was a quick little video just to tell you that, hey, comparison literally makes no sense. And even if it creeps in every now and again, do not wallow in it. Learn the art of refocusing. Learn the art of knowing what success looks like to you and watch your life change. Let me know if this video was helpful to you. And remember that we are human. We all compare ourselves from time to time. Nobody is perfect. But it's what you do. It's how long you allow yourself to stay in that moment. It's what you do after that determines who you are today and who you will be tomorrow. Let me know down below if you guys found this video helpful. Make sure to follow me on all socials and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.